The Council of the FAE is introducing themselves through Brooke today, and they're introducing themselves in a way to break through your glass ceiling. That is, break through any limiting beliefs you have around the topic of scarcity, around the topic that the Fae very much know is a human illusion, and it is something that they empathize with. It's something that we see the human realm suffer in these frequencies of scarcity all the time. And it's not only material scarcity, but it's also spiritual scarcity. In fact, it is spiritual scarcity at the root. This feeling of not enoughness, of not enough wealth of spirituality and wealth of satisfaction and wealth of pleasantries of life. So we want to connect to any of these limiting beliefs right now in you. Yes, we're just going straight to it. We're not going to butter it up. We're just going to go straight to the root. And we want to ask you where in your body you are holding any scarcity frequencies. And these scarcity frequencies can look like not enough time to administer your divine intelligence, not enough time to contribute to the world and to your current and future clients your divine information as a business owner or a consultant, not enough energy to accomplish all the things that you desire to accomplish, not enough money to invest in yourself, to invest in the things that will improve your life, that will contribute to your positive energy, to your higher vibrational energies of peace, love, joy. And as you know, Brooke has channeled this many times before, the high and the low, the highest and the lowest, these type of descriptors are just points in the maze. And they're not to be weighted as good or bad. They're just simply points of observation in the maze that is the karma of human life. So these frequencies of scarcity, do you hold any in your body? Can you identify any in your body now? Can you identify any time in your day where perhaps when you wake up, you feel you have not enough time or not enough energy, perhaps because you didn't sleep enough? Do you feel this at night when you see your task list and you realize that it's time to shut down the Wi-Fi and you haven't finished the task list? Do you feel like you didn't do enough that day? When you believe that and when you sense that, your emotional body accumulates energetic debris. It accumulates fear. It accumulates not enoughness in the body that causes the body to contract. And a contracted state at sometimes actually is beneficial, but only if it's an intentionally contracted state. We'll go into that soon. The intentionally contracted state is a master code. But we're going to step one step back, as the Fae sometimes get ahead of ahead of Brooke and ahead of the topic at bay. So we're going to just focus on contraction. Where are you feeling contraction when you believe in scarcity in your life? Now, Brooke personally had an issue with scarcity of time. And she found it very ironic, as she is, of course, an astrologer, and she divines around time and auspicious timing and observing the planetary beings, the grahas, they're called in Vedic astrology. And she found it very interesting that she had so much anxiety about time. And until she peeled back the layers, until she debunked a past life. If you, my dear, are feeling stuck, if you're feeling that, I feel this, I don't necessarily have an answer as to why, nothing's really coming up, it's not from my childhood, I've cleared that, it's not from my past relationships, from my parents, I cleared that, it's not from the media, I cleared that. Ask yourself if it's from a past life, my dear, because these past lives and these karmic imprints are very significant on our abundance channels. They're so subtle. And they are opportunistic in the sense that when we connect to these past lives and we connect to these karmic stories and entanglements, we're actually connecting into the quantum field. So healing becomes quantum. It becomes out of our hand. It becomes channeled. So where is this contraction of scarcity happening in your body, happening in your karma, happening in your energetic blueprint right now? And for those somatically inclined, where are you feeling it in your physical body? Do you feel one side of your body contract when you are doing a task or you're making food and thinking about something else? We want to mention that when we are split in our attention, we are also subtly contracted, especially in the mind here. And Brooke has posted this recently, but what will help you focus will help you manifest, my dear. And so consider an unfocused mind, a mind that is perhaps not scattered or overwhelmed, but you know yourself. You know your cunningness. You know that if you are doing one thing and thinking about the other thing, there is a split energy. You're literally splitting a part of your energy body off from you. And as we do this throughout our day and we unconsciously go through our day, we're splitting our energy away. It's as if we are breaking down our magnetism. And we're just letting it go out into the world when we actually want that magnetism to be wholly onto itself, wholly onto you and your body and your sovereignty. Consider an unfocused mind a contracted mind. And consider where it would be most beneficial to focus your mind and also focus on the discomfort you may be feeling in your body when you consider any scarcity frequencies of time, money, energy, intelligence. I have found that one of the common roots of women healers and women online entrepreneurs is that they feel like they don't have enough intelligence or knowledge. That because of this fantastic industry of entrepreneurship and helping others rise and meet their divine selves and meet their highest abundant timeline and their most empowered self, that they need to stay as a student. They need to stay in certification. They need to stay practicing and practicing and practicing. And while we admire gaining intelligence and mastery over the subject that inspires you the most and feels the best in your body, my love, you do not need to spend your whole time thinking that you are not enough but not actually aware that you are thinking you're not enough. You're actually doing something called a secondary gain switch. That if I have more education in this modality that I am passionate about and that I want to support others with, then I will be enough. That, my dear, is a secondary gain. And I see it all the time. And preface here, if you are new to channeling, and especially Brooke's channel, she goes back and forth with first person, third person, second person. It just depends. This is the quantum realm. Logic or exactitude in personal pronouns is not something right in alignment with this frequency. We'll just say that. So where, my dear, can you turn into this abundant maverick of saying yes to divine abundance everywhere in your life, of entering expansive states of certainty? A contracted state isn't certain. An expanded state is certain. Where can you be certain that you have an abundance of time to create, that you have an abundance of financial resources to support you, for you to invest, for you to even have overflow? Let's consider that. Where can you have an abundance of time, resource, energy, and intelligence in a way that feels like overflow, that it's literally flowing through you, expressing itself so effortlessly, with so much ease? How can you shift your body into the certainty of being? Now, we want to go back into this master contraction code. And we want to offer this to Wealth Priestess Society because Brooke and the Council of the FAE absolutely adores Wealth Priestess Society. And she is so grateful. We are so grateful that you feel aligned to be here, to be playing in this quantum field of potential, and to be receiving this channel that is not only Brooke, but it's her highest goddess self, or her higher goddess self, and also her beloved council of the FAE, the beloved of the council of the FAE that you can tune into, my dear. It's not just Brooke who can turn into these things. Oh, no, no. You have this divine accessibility as well. Every single soul can be taught how to channel, how to open up to these fields of awareness. And so we want to talk about this master code of contraction. So we feel it's very important to know. The master contraction code goes like this. Contraction, at times, can be wildly beneficial for you. That's right. Contraction at certain times can be wildly beneficial for you. This morning, Brooke had a dream about a dance performance, as she has a background in dance performance. And she was reminded of her years of studying ballet. And if you have studied ballet, they very much know this. And please let us know as well. The Council of the FAE is in full support of all dancers and especially all creatives, but there is a certain FAE code within ballet. Contraction in the ballerina's body gives her permission to expand. That is literal musculature contraction in her body allows her to leap. Before she leaps, she has contracted abdomen, her muscles in her legs, some in her upper body, her shoulders. It's alignment. Alignment before you leap can be subtly contracted. So consider where subtle contraction actually is benefiting for you. As this is a master code of masculine energy, that contraction actually is not only the motivator, but it's the instigator of your full expression as a sovereign being, expressing in alignment and in flow with love and that juicy, open, gooey, feminine energy of ease. So we invite you to play around with states of contraction. Some that feel in alignment, and some that feel maybe out of alignment. This is a way to build your discernment in your body, to build the intelligence of soma and psyche. It's a way to tap into your own personal kinesiology or kinesiology. So we wanted to share that. We wanted to share the importance of subtle contraction and, of course, the importance of tuning into your own abundance frequencies, which are different for every being, and to ask yourself if there's any karmic or energetic or past life debris that is causing you to believe that there is not enough time, that there is not enough energy, that there is not enough money, that there is not enough knowledge. And of course, those of us who've had physical ailments can feel very much so that has prevented us from accomplishing something that we desired, that we had to have a different relationship to energy because our body simply was fatigued. Or perhaps we were working for someone else and we had 50, 60, 70-hour work weeks and we could not tune into this frequency of having enough time, having an abundance of time to do everything we are meant to do. Trust your instinct, my dear. This is the topic of this call. And the way that we trust our instinct, undiluted, that is not just saying, I'm going to trust my instinct, I'm going to trust my gut, I'm going to do the thing, I'm going to be brave. But we cultivate an awareness of any of these entanglements that are holding us back. Any of these entanglements of not enoughness. And I made the slip of saying at just enough time or just enough money, when actually it's having an abundance of time, having an abundance of money. Do you see the subtle NLP there? The neuro-linguistic programming tweak, that we're not going from not enough to having enough, that we're going from not enough to having an abundance, having plenitude, having quantum wealth. These shifts in what we believe and what we say and what we journal are very important. They sync up to our unconscious mind and sink in to our body so that we can trust our instinct. The back door to having a successful business is truly working on your unconscious mind and limiting beliefs, limiting energies about your potential. And here in Wealth Priestess Society, there's an emphasis on feminine energetics, but we have to emphasize masculine energetics too. There can be unbalanced masculine energy that we think is unbalanced feminine energy, but it's actually the fear and the anxiety and the overthinking when we're doing things. When we're in our assertive masculine energy, that is where things leak and where we lose momentum and where we lose magnetism and lose the potential of attracting great things into our field, whether it be financial wealth, personal wealth, relationship wealth, health wealth. So I wanted to make sure that I tuned into the subtle contraction master code and that importance of just having the right amount of contraction so you can expand your wings. I'm going to check my Facebook for any comments right now. And I also wanted to Facebook comments is not working for me. Okay. I will read your comments and comment back if you have any for me after this transmission, and feel free to hashtag replay when you watch this, or if you have any additional questions, I will answer them after this. And I wanted to extend my invitation for you to play in these quantum fields of your highest potential in my 5-week program, Quantum Abundance. That is for you to anchor your intuition, let go of energetic debris, which includes these beliefs about scarcity, which includes any stuck energy in the body, which really depends on your unique personality and your unique experience that you're having in your life. Quantum Abundance isn't your typical type of coaching experience and group program, because I'm able to tune into people's energy and administer specific perspectives and specific attunements and activations. It is a uniquely individualized program within a group. So one thing I may channel for you now, either during this transmission or during Quantum Abundance, literally anytime I'm transmitting information, if it's not working for you, if your body doesn't resonate with it, don't take it on, my dear. You have ultimate sovereignty over your own intelligence and your own spiritual direction. I am just a guide, and I absolutely love helping you reach your next step of empowerment and helping you rise into your birthright of abundance. This is something that I wish I had when I was starting out in my business, and even up until recently. that I received these transmissions and these codes for my own abundance, of my own blocks and my own limitations. As a couple months ago, I myself had a limitation around time, and I realized it was from a past life where I was tending to crops. It must have been it could have been through the 15th through 18th century. In Europe, I was tending to crops, and then I saw that the weather was changing rapidly, that the seasons were changing earlier, and I felt fear that I wasn't going to have enough crops. And so the imprint of not having enough time and that connection to, oh, I can't feed myself or my loved ones, that was there in my subconscious mind. And I also interchangeably use subconscious and the unconscious mind. They're really, really similar, if not the same. And you can do your own due diligence in looking that up too. It's one of these finite things that I channel from time to time. Any significant differences I'd like to share, but in general, they're pretty much the same, the subconscious and unconscious mind. So if you're feeling called to quantum abundance and you are watching this transmission of the FAE within Wealth Priestess Society, I want to invite you to receive a bonus channeled offering for me when you sign up for this program at any time. So this is exclusive for Wealth Priestess members. This is not going on my email list or my Facebook public page, my Instagram public page. This is for you, my dear, that I'm offering a channeled session for you to lock in to your abundance codes and receive personalized divine information. The information I shared today was general, and we can get very specific when our two energies are open to the oracular field. So that offer is available for you up until our start date, which is next Friday, Guru Purnima, which is a beautiful full moon to celebrate the Guru, that is the teacher, and all teachers, not only our personal teachers of wisdom, but all teachers in the world. Teachers of Dharma, teachers of empowerment. So we'll be starting Friday, and this offer to sign up for Quantum Abundance and receive a channeled session from me that is about an hour long session, that will be available until Thursday night at midnight. So that's Thursday, July 22nd at midnight, your time zone. All right, my loves. Well, let me know if I can be of any service to any of the information I channel. Pardon if I have a little groggy voice today. And many blessings. So much love and gratitude for you all being here and for you engaging with this unique frequency brought to you by the Council of the Fae through Brooke. Take care.